So I have breezes off the lagoon. I didn't know what this was going to turn into, but the minute I walked back into this yard, I was like, this house is calling to me. This is mine. And I only was able to do that because I had gone through that process. And I had gone through authentic living. Is the what you really are doing. Pull back all these layers of why do you do stuff. And it was funny when Matthew and Dean, somebody did it during the session last week. And that's the thing, you pull it back and you get to this core of like, yeah, but why is this really what you're going to go do? And then you know all those things and you get that all lined up, you've got this incredible power and focus and just boom, stuff happens. Crazy. Relationship with yourself is how do you talk to yourself? How do you encourage yourself? How do you when things don't go your way, how do you react? How do you react? You gotta control yourself. You gotta focus. You gotta be like in you. And then it's funny. So then that's funny because then the relationships that you meet with other people. Those relationships, from your family to your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, whatever you want to label romantic you want to put on it, or poly, whatever, whatever your thing is going to be. That's cool, that's great, it's going to work for you, that's going to make you happy. It's the stuff about whether or not people are gay, or whether or not they're a different gender, or whether they're not, whatever. It's like, stop. Everybody do what they want to do. What's inside. So, yeah, that's where the heart part's from, and the sun stuff is just, I love the sun. That relationship. That's the third relationship. So, I remember talking with students about the relationship with others and how, you start relationships with other people the minute that you meet them. And whether it's a relationship of somebody like at the grocery store, at the corner store, the girl I see up at my corner store, she's like, I consider her one of my few friends because I don't have any people here. I actually talked to her and she's trying to check me out, which is a weird relationship. That's not really a relationship, but yeah, it is. And my mailman, Yeah, so then you meet people and your paths cross and who do you want to hang out with? You are a product of the people that you put yourself around. Your choice, who you put yourself around. That's a big, big, big deal. That's my secret today. So this is my backyard secret. Here I am. Okay, I'm finally getting to the secret part. Because you got to take time to chill and think. Watch this sun coming up. I got the camera's going to do it right, I think. So relationships with other people. And yeah, so then my crazy energy, I meet people, I meet a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu wannabe master growing up through the ranks of people growing up through the ranks of discipline and honor. And I'm like, yeah, man, talk about some energy. Woo! And then I get meeting people online and actually talking to people that are here and trying to connect into people that are really here and being like, okay, let's start making some relationships and going out to networking events and trying to meet people because I'm mean, right? Very bizarre. But you know what? I knew that was going to be on my list of things. It's in my book. I'm trying to finish the book of how I moved here and all the issues that I faced in implementing my life plan. So I was thinking of that as I was setting this up, that I remember seeing a video a couple years ago about how YouTuber people, which is funny, how these lives are like not really, they were staged, and how people had rented these great apartments to make themselves appear like they were multimillionaires and the whole fakeness of the thing. And So then it's funny to me today because, yeah, I bought my place, and then it's totally ironic and weird because here I am now trying to come on the internet and being like, as if I know anything about how to be on the internet, because I don't watch the internet. I'm out living my life. It's kind of weird in my life. But YouTube is the excuse me, YouTube being this fabulous combination of entertainment and education and rebroadcasting of actual broadcasts that you might have missed, from the actual real official institutions. That too, we have relationships with our institutions. We have relationships with our news channel. Who are you getting your news from? That's your outlet. Those are your people. That too has been a big issue over these recent years, especially with Tucker Carlson and that whole scene. So, yeah, relationships, where are we putting ourselves? At, at your core, when you go through this process, it's crazy because then you know exactly where you're at, what you're about, what you want, what you're not going to accept anymore. And then you can just navigate out of that. I'm quite happy. That's my Saturday morning. Anyway, thanks for my YouTube channel. Following along in the best life. I'm trying to cut the videos and, yeah, follow along. Subscribe, all that stuff. Okay, gotta go. Bye. I'm waiting on the sun. Another quick backyard secret. I had to cut back some of those plants that are back there. Those are those horrible castor bean things that would give me a horrible reaction. And turns out now Via Kennedy came and they cut it back like 30 feet back. It's a beautiful thing. And so, but they didn't quite get over there where Julio's is. So I'm still maybe going to go back over there and do some more ninja cutting. That's like my backyard renovation secret back here. And I still have to get out the ladder and get back to that. It's still not done. I'm running around being crazy doing all this stuff. But I absolutely love it. I've planned it this way. I wanted it this way. Take the time, look at those 7 areas and really decide what's going to be your best. Where are you like the most happy, ideal thing you could imagine? What does that look like? Because then you can really make that plan and really put those steps in motion. Somebody asked about healthcare. Yeah, that's on the list for sure. What are you gonna need? If you're gonna need to, you're gonna need to have psychiatric care. Veterans. I'm meeting people, several veterans, and that hookup and knowing that you're hooked up or wherever you're gonna be able to have that service because that's important to you. You know, or child care. If you want to come and you've got young kids and you want to make sure that your kids are going to be able to adapt into Spanish, and how are you going to do that? Maybe summer camp immersion, Duolingo summer camp immersion. You could totally do that. Get the kids in there right now, and they'd be good to go at school in the fall. I went to school. I worked a little bit at school because that was part of. I wasn't quite sure if I was back to the classroom or not. And so, yeah, I got a job here, and I was like, let me go see what this is like. At the dream job, dream school, whole thing totally hooked up. And I went in the doors, and I was there for a couple of weeks, and I'm like, no thanks. I'm thank you, but no, I'm not going back to school in the classroom. I can't. That's not true to me. That was a don't go back down that, because I was feeling pressured. It was the start of the year. It was the start of like, well, now you're really here. Now you're really going to have to deal with this, Kirsten. What are you really going to be doing? This relationship with yourself, right? So that same thing, I'm like, no, I tested it. I put my foot in the water, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going back down that road. And that's that. You got to depend on them yourself. You've made these decisions. You know what you're going to go do, and you know why you want to go do it. And then it gets so exciting and fabulous, and then you start connecting and making it all work because that's what you wanted it to be like. I can't. I'm losing my mind. It's so fabulous here. So people meet me and they're like, "Kirsten, wow, what's with you?" And I'm like, I have my dream life, whatever it is, and I've faced down bad challenges, faced down bad shit in my life. It's like, no. Every single thing you need to learn from and move on. Let it go. Let that be like, yeah, that was crazy times. I've been through a lot of weird startups and businesses and relationships and been successful on some and not on others, and I've had a pretty good time most of my life, but my job was the area that was just wrong, and how I was making money. And then I stopped and I looked at it. I'm like, wait a minute, I actually make more money when I really do real estate and focus on it and put my weird arty vibe on stuff that actually will make me a salary. So who says I have to have a job in order to have money? That's such a weird rule that society forced on us in the industrial age. So I'll be quiet. That's my backyard secrets. I'm the two parts. Those relationships, you get them with yourself, with other people. The people you hang out with, you become. So yeah, you hang out with a bunch of dogs, you're gonna get fleas because you're gonna be hanging out with a bunch of dogs. What do you expect? So I don't know, wear a flea collar. I don't know, but then no, that's what you're gonna be hanging out with. And so that kind of or that sort of you're gonna hang out with people that are learning and growing and up and coming and changing themselves because they want something better. Because then that motivates you, because then you're like, hey, yeah, wait a minute, I want something better. Let me go hang out with those people. That's cool. Or hanging out at the corner and everybody's talking and playing dominoes and just hanging out at the corner. And so I'm about to be like, yo, people, is there something else in your life that you like? And this too, I dated a champion pool player. And he was so obsessed about it that he was champion, would fly to Las Vegas, billiards championship pool player. Because that's what he loved to do. And so, that level and that performance and that enjoyment of life versus the being miserable, drinking beer at the corner bar, shooting billiards with your same drunk, stupid friends. It's like, what? And yeah, I'm kind of being judgmental, but it's like being judgmental to yourself. Yo, people, are you living the life that you want? I don't think people are. That's why we've had so many problems. America's off the rails. Another big reason why I ran away and I'm here in Puerto Rico, because I love Hispanic culture. I call it Latinx or whatever you want to call it. I stop with the labeling. We're all a human race. Relationships with ourselves,